There we go. We officially live on YouTube. Go ahead. All right, we're going live on Instagram. Honor thy food. Let's see, we are officially live. Oh, we got a couple people joining in. All right, how y'all doing? Miss Dawn, how you doing? Miss Sandy, how you doing? Oh, there we go. Now we jumping up. Jeff, what's good, brother? If y'all looking for Afro athletic gear that represents the culture, please tap in my family, Jeff over at Afroletics here at Black Wall Street in Latonia, the Stonecrest area. How y'all doing, family? We teaching tonight. I hopped on here to hopefully inspire, educate, and hopefully help somebody get off these damn medications and help their family over the hump. All right? I want to help somebody get off medications and inspire them to get over the hump. So if you know somebody on medication, you know somebody who need to eat healthier, you know somebody who needs a little bit of help and just don't know where to start, this live is for you tonight. So before we start, while we wait on a couple people to join in, how y'all feeling tonight? How y'all doing? I'm on YouTube and I'm on Instagram. So if I'm looking at two different cameras, please excuse me, don't disrespect, but I want to connect with as many people as possible. So the question for the night is, how many people understand what it means to honor thy food? How many people understands what it means to honor thy food? We got about 20 people in the room. Even if I'm just talking to one or two people, I'm gonna need a couple people to comment or a couple people to answer. So that way I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. I hate getting on the screen and just talking to a phone. So if you all communicate, you all comment if you can, that'll help the live out, right? So the question was, how many people understand the concept of honoring thy food? YouTube, we teaching tonight. So I want y'all to understand your food is your medicine. Your food is your medicine, but a lot of people don't understand the concept of honoring thy food, right? Someone said it means being thankful for the food you have. The question is, what does it mean to honor thy food, right? So for those who are just joining, never been on my live, I am the Moorish chef. I have a bachelor's degree of nursing. I've been plant-based for over 27 years. I'm a private chef for professional athletes, and I'm also an author of my newest book, Cellular Health 101, right? So I feel like I've traveled the world, I got a degree, I've experienced in cooking, but I see a lot of people just eating, and not a lot of people using it as their medicine. So as a nurse, a lot of people come into the hospital for medication, not realizing if they change their diet just a little bit, they could actually lose the weight, reduce the inflammation, strengthen their mental health. These are all things you can do if you honored your food in another or different manner, right? So somebody said, let your food be thy medicine. How many people pray over their food before they eat it? Question number one, how many people pray over their food before they eat it? Do you pray over your food before you eat? Or do you just say, God made it, let me go ahead and eat this? You get that fast food, you just get it and ground it up, throw it down. How many people pray over their food before they eat it? So we're praying over our food before we eat it, but how many people pray over their food before they purchase it? How many people pray over their food before they purchase it? When they're in the store picking that papaya, picking those bananas, picking that chicken if you eat chicken. How many people pray over the food before they actually bring it home? Now, when you're in the store, you're cleaning that energy out of that food. You're telling that food what you want it to do for you. You're hopefully picking the sweetest. People go for the sweetest. Some people go for the ripest because it's juicier. You have a reason why you're getting that food. Pray over it while it's in the store, right? That's where it starts. When you bring that food into your house and you start prepping, you're cleaning it, you're about to put it in your refrigerator. Pray over the food again, all right? So now you're taking out the negative energy. Whoever grew that food could have been mad, angry, could have been on an episode that day when they harvested the food. Now you're taking that energy in. But if you're praying over that food because it's your medicine, now you're honoring that food before you even get it and bring it into your home. All right. Once you bring it into your home and you're about to put it in your refrigerator, don't put something in your refrigerator that's your medicine cabinet that you haven't prayed over. So pray over the food as you put it into the refrigerator. Tell that food its purpose as it's going into your medicine box, right? So now you're putting positive intention into the food. Let thy food be thy medicine, but how when we buy in junk and death and highly processed foods, right? So honor thy food. What does that mean? A lot of people said, let thy food be thy medicine. If you just joined in tonight, we're taking a chapter from our Cellular Health 101 book, right? And it's not even a chapter, it's a section. Mondays, every Monday for the next couple months, I'm going live and I'm going to start cooking different recipes with you all. If you've seen my post today, it was asking what food is popular or common in our community or your community, because I want to show you how you could take that same recipe and honor the food and honor your body by just changing the recipe. So I want to teach us how to make everyday foods, but cellular intentional, because we got to understand our food is our medicine, right? So I got a couple points that I want to talk through tonight. We got 3 points that we're going to talk through. On Thursdays, we're going to do cellular health coaching. If you don't understand why you eat, you don't understand your relationship with food. Why do you binge eat? Why do you eat a certain way when you stress? How do you eat for your cells? These are things we're going to talk about on Thursdays. If you're on my email list, every Monday we got cooking class. How many people in here need to learn how to cook, just don't know how to cook cellular intentional meals? Whether it's cellular intentional pizza, fried chicken, cellular intentional macaroni and cheese. My wife wants some shrimp and grits, but she wants a healthier version. I'm going to show you all if you all continue to come on my lives and come on my page, right? I don't want to just talk. I want to teach tonight. So we got 3 things to help you understand how to honor thy food. First, mindset shift. Think about your food as your medicine and you pray over it whenever you encounter it, whether it's in the store, whether it's in the market, whether it's the local farmers market. Whenever you see it and you say, oh, that watermelon for me, pray. Pray. What is that watermelon supposed to do? It's full of water. It's full of H3O2. It's full of iron. It's full of magnesium. Think about all the minerals and vitamins and pray over the intentions, right? But the first thing, what is food supposed to be? Why do we consume food? That's a real question. We got about 20 people on the live. It's cool. We got about 3 or 4 people on YouTube. My first time on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, I'm asking, why do you consume food? Why do you eat? Why do you eat? Miss Masia, Miss Anisha, Mr. Marquise, why do you eat? If you could answer that question for me, why do you eat? I stopped eating meat at 14 years old. I stopped eating meat at 14 years old. I changed my diet because I understood if I consumed the certain things that was standard to the American diet, my body wasn't going to be as optimally fueled as Miss Dragonfly said. You're supposed to eat to fuel your body, but most people eat because they're stressed. Most people eat because they're depressed. Most people eat because they're at social events and the food look good. But how many people eat to actually fuel their body? How many people know the minerals and vitamins that's in the food they're consuming every day, right? So the first thing, what is food? Why do you consume it? The second thing is, have you been properly taught to love yourself? Have you been properly taught to love yourself? Islam family, how y'all doing? We're going over honoring thy food, right? Because your food got to be your medicine. You can't just eat slop. You can't eat death. You can't eat destruction. You can't not honor thy food and think you honoring your body and gonna vibrate as a supreme being. You can't vibrate high if you eating low vibrational food and you're not honoring the food before you put it in your temple. So if I could get one person tonight to understand why we eat food, we can go somewhere different, right? So yes, food is a spiritual journey. It's an emotional journey. It's a social journey. I love eating food with my friends and family, but I ain't gonna give them no BS because I respect their temple. So I'm gonna honor the food that I create for them, right? But if you honor the food you put in your body and you care and you eating food that's lively, you eating food that's alkaline, you eating superfoods that's ancient, that's not GMO, that's a form of self-love. Can we get some self-loves in a comment? Can we get some hearts in a comment? Eating healthy food is a form of self-love. Do you all do you all get that? Eating healthy food is a form of self-love. Some people dealing with inflammation right now, right? Some families got mental illness going on right now, right? Somebody's auntie right now is on diabetic medication or dialysis. And we still giving them death and destructive foods, right? Our communities have been conditioned to eat lackluster foods. All niggas is product of slavery. That's what we're taught, right? We taught that we came from slavery, we're products of slavery. Now we grown a little bit and we get to grow from masses plantation diet to now we got these plant-based diets. We got keto diets. We got the alkaline diets. But how many people is focused on the cellular health diet, right? We don't have to consume slave foods no more, folks. We don't gotta consume slave foods no more. If you still eating chitlins, right? And don't tell me it's a delicacy either, right? The thing we want to do is make sure we're properly fueling our bodies. Eating the right foods is a form of self-love. It's a form of self-care. It's a revolutionary act. Eating the right foods for your family is telling you, your family, I love myself. If I go around somebody and they drinking soda, eating chips, drinking beer, eating Popeyes, going to what's some Mrs. Wieners or some of them spots, and that's all they eat, it just tells you the state of their body, right? Even if you get somebody who's less fortunate and they're eating some lackluster foods, but you see them praying over their food. You see them trying to get the right foods from the market. You see them eating whole foods. It's like, oh, I see they got the intent. They just may not have the finances, right? But you can understand they're honoring their food and honoring their body because that may be the only form of control that they have. Listen to this. The only thing some of us can control on a daily basis is what we put in our mouths. The only thing some of us can control on a daily basis is what we put in our mouths. You can't control your spouse. Some of us can't control our children. You can't control what happens at work. But you can control what you put in your body. That's a revolutionary act, right? So I want us to be more conscious and aware of how we treat our temples and how we honor the food that goes into our bodies, right? So boom, why do we consume food? And food, eating the right food is a form of self-love, is a revolutionary act, right? What does that mean though? What does that mean? What does it mean to consume foods as a form of a revolutionary act? If we want to believe in a mindset, I don't subscribe to the mindset that all of our ancestors were slaves, right? But even now, we got genocides going on all across the world, from Sudan to Tigray to Palestine to Xinjiang, China. We got genocide going on all around the world. People dying from famine, right? But everywhere, hopefully, the people who are praying, eating what they can, they're doing it in the right energy. They may not have the right foods. They may not be under the right conditions. They may not have the right mindset to love their body, right? All I can eat is these foods that's lackluster. All I can eat is potatoes, rice, foods that come over in aid. Some people start to, bodies start to morph. Hell, here in America, some people can't say they can't afford to eat healthy foods. So they're eating a lot of lackluster foods, gaining weight. Me, I'm dealing with inflammation. I got hit by a drunk driver, flipped my car 6 times. If I eat the wrong foods, I'm gonna have inflammation. I start to hate my body. It's a lot of people in here right now who don't like their body. But is it because the condition that you are in? Or is it because the mindset you have? Or is it because the relationship you have with food? If it's the condition you in, we can't change that. If it's the mindset you have related to food, that's why we're going to start honoring the food and honoring thy temples, right? So listen, do you love your body? That's a real question. Do you love your weight? Do you love your health status? Do you love what the future you looks like? That's what it means to honor thy body, right? Understand self-love is the first form of love. You can't love anybody else until you love yourself. And I always say cell love. Because when you love your cells, you love yourself on a deeper level, right? So, is your body perfect? Mine ain't. I wish all my hair was still black. I got gray hair. And I'm not dyeing it either, right? My gray is wisdom. Most other things I like about my body. Some people don't love their body. But what does the future you look like and what foods can help you get there? Now that you have a list of those foods, how do you honor thy food before it goes into your temple? Now, how do you make the correlation between what you want, what you thought about, and what you actually want to manifest? And we're going to give you 3 tips how you can do that, right? So we went over what is food and what is its purpose. Have you been properly shown how to love your food, love yourself by eating the right foods, which is a revolutionary act? And is your body perfect? Are you in perfect bill of health? Does it look like you want it to look? If not, all of that is okay. We have opportunity to change. We just got to have somebody with us, ushering us to that. I'm not your pastor, I'm not a preacher, but I'm a teacher and I'm your brother. I want to hold your hand through the change so we can actually create positive change in our communities, right? How do we do that? Tip 1, forgive yourself. Whatever happened yesterday is okay. Whatever happened yesterday is okay. If you were eating and you were trying to get better before a surgery and you couldn't get better, so you had to have surgery. If you didn't want to get on the diabetic medication, but you couldn't just get right before you got on the diabetic medication. If you had to lose 100 pounds in order to become a flight attendant because that was your dream job and you just couldn't lose the 100 pounds, forgive yourself. The first thing we're going to do today is forgive our previous self so we can move on. All right? Y'all ready? To the people on the live, y'all ready to start honoring y'all food and honoring yourselves? Today is the day we're going to change. Forgive yourself for all the mistakes. You was on a diet in the past and you slipped up. We don't care. You thought you was going to lose some weight in the past and it didn't happen. We don't care. Today is a new day and I love you and we're going to do this together, right? So the first thing, forgive yourself. We all make mistakes. The second thing is know and protect your self-worth. I spoke earlier on being products of slavery because that's what we're taught in America. If you're a melanated being, you're a product of slavery. But if you made it into this world, you a king, a queen, you got godlike energy. If you got little children running around, those are little kings, little queens. Those are some of our, if you believe in spiritual realms and ancestors being reincarnated, these are some of your ancestors now in a new realm. This is the opportunity to pour life into them again. We don't want to poison them with the same foods that sent them to the ancestor realm, right? So protect your self-worth. Understand the worth of your family. I love my mother. I'm not going to feed her death and destructive foods. I'm going to honor the food that I put in my mother's body. My wife is about to be pregnant. I'm going to honor that food that goes into her body. My son is going for the chess competition of the state of Georgia. I'm going to give him foods that honors his brain, right? Food can honor thy body. You just got to understand you have self-worth. I love my cells. Can y'all say that with me? I love my cells. Every Thursday, we're going to get on live and we're going to teach. I love my cells. Every Thursday, we're going to get on live and teach. Y'all with me? Every Monday, I'm going to get on live and I'm going to cook. Mondays, we got cooking class. Was anybody in here on Monday's cooking class? I'm teaching how to honor thy food and honor thy body through loving the way you prepare foods, right? So as you protect your self-worth, you realize that your body has needs. Your body has values. But a lot of people, I can tell by how you eat, no, we ain't loving ourselves, we loving ourselves. When you love yourself, that's 35 trillion cells. If I told you right now you had to go speak for something in front of 35 trillion people, you'd be like, the hell I am. But if I said you had to go speak to one person like I'm doing you all tonight, I don't care whether it's 200 people up here, 20 people, or 2 people. I'm going to pour into everyone I can, right? But it starts on a cellular level because most people don't understand cellular health. Your cells make up your tissues. Healthy cells make up healthy tissues. Healthy tissues make up healthy organs. When you have healthy organs, then your organ system can do what it's supposed to do. And when you have a healthy organ system with healthy organs, now you have a healthy organism. The healthy organism is myself. The healthy organism is you. But you can't love the healthy organism until you start to love your cells. And if you don't understand this concept and need a little more help, yes, I got the book. My ebook right now is $10. My ebook right now is $10, and I do one-on-one sessions, right? I do one-on-one coaching sessions for anybody who needs help. But you have to understand first to forgive yourself. Second, you got to know your self-worth. And third is probably the hardest part. Who knows what the third part of the journey is? So if you just joined it on, I'm going to do a recap right quick. I'm the Moorish chef. This is Thursday Talks with Moorish Chef. Today's topic is honoring thy food, right? And if you just joined in, we're talking about honoring our food. But before we start to honor our food, you got to change the mindset. Why do you consume foods, right? Why do you consume food, and does it bring value to your body? And then we're going to ask, what is the food? Is it bringing you the purpose that it's supposed to bring? Have you been properly shown how to love yourself? Do you actually see eating the right foods as a revolutionary act or a form of self-love? How do you view your body? Is your body perfect? Do you want to change your body? That's the first three things we got to look at. What is food? Have you been properly shown self-love? And is your body perfect? And if you need to change any of those, we got you. What are some tips to understanding how to honor our food? The first thing is give yourself the respect it needs. But you got to forgive yourself if you had any slip-ups and mistakes. We're not on a perfect journey. We are not perfect people. I'm not perfect, even though I've been on this journey for 27 years. I slip up, and I'm going to be transparent with you all when I slip up. I'm going to show you all different recipes. I'm not vegan. I'm not raw vegan. I'm not raw nothing. I'm going to show you all how I help my family as we transition to being better daily, right? But the first thing is forgiving yourself. You're allowed to make mistakes, but you got to protect and know your self-worth, right? Once you start to understand your self-worth and understand the value, embrace the discomfort. How many people are on a diet or on a fast or on a raw phase and they eat something and they beat themselves up about it? How many people are on a diet, on a healthy living journey, and they eat something bad and beat themselves up about it? Shit, I had a donut yesterday. I had a couple donuts yesterday. My wife brought home some donuts from a local donut shop. I ain't gonna name the one, right? Hey, you brought donuts home, babe. So look, sometimes we eat stuff and we feel bad about it. Like, fuck, why did I just do that? I know it's not good for my body. Somebody said, I just had some potato chips. And hopefully it wasn't the one riddled with 20 different ingredients. Hopefully we eating the healthier potato chips, right? But we all do it. But we got to start embracing the discomfort. Even myself. We got to start embracing the discomfort that comes along with this journey. We've been taught how to eat bad. It's in our face how to eat bad. Hell, most of our friends and family eat bad. But are we going to continue that journey of eating bad? Or are we going to change the system? When you start to eat for your cells and eat for your body's health, I guarantee that revolutionary act will start to feel empowering. How many people need a little more power in their life? How many people need a little more self-love, a little more self-affirmations or self-affirming actions going on, right? We could do that by knowing eating healthy is going to be a journey. You're going to slip and fall. It's going to be some days you didn't prepare and it's going to be a hard battle on whether you should stop at Chick-fil-A or not, right? But please honor thy food no matter what it is. No matter whether it's seeded watermelon or seedless watermelon. Pray over the food because that seedless watermelon could have been grown in love. And that seeded watermelon could have been transported 1,000 miles from Guatemala. Went through hell and high river to get here. Right? Somebody said keep it slim. I say keep it, what they say, kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. My pops used to always say that to me. Keep it simple, stupid. You don't got to try to reinvent the wheel. Love yourself by loving yourselves. Understand it's not going to be easy, right? Everything new is going to have its journey. How many people understand the actual concept of eating for cellular health and properly funding your cellular bank account? We got about 25 people, 30 people in here. How many people actually understand the concept of eating for their cellular bank account and properly funding their cells? That's how we beat the system. We beat the system and get our families off of medication and out of the hospital by understanding our cellular bank account. Most of us are broken deficient. Most of our families have disease or dis-ease going on because we try to think we got to be perfect. We try to reinvent the wheel. We see all these social media pages saying, don't eat spinach, don't eat kale, don't eat olives, don't eat this. Every social media page is saying what not to eat, but who's helping you with the concept of how to eat? Who's teaching you how to love your cells? Where to get magnesium foods from? Where to get foods with sulfates for your blood system or clean out the metals in your blood? Where do you get cobalt from in certain foods? What foods is packed with vitamin K, vitamin A? What foods are actually showing you how to love your family and love your cells? You start eating the right foods and I guarantee your vibrations start to change. You get a couple days where you eating positively and you telling yourself that's a revolutionary act. That's a form of self-love. I feel a little better today. I got rid of some mental cloudiness just by eating some cantaloupe and some carrots and some fresh berries. It's simple things that we can do to evolve as people, but we got to honor ourselves, honor ourselves, and honor thy food, right? So, I got a bonus tip. So, the first tip was forgive yourself. The second tip was self love. The third tip was embrace the discomfort, right? And the last tip is going to be move. Because I want everybody on this call tonight to be change agents. We're going to do these calls every Thursday. I'm getting on live every Thursday at 8:30. I'm taking time away from my family to pour into you all to hopefully help you all understand the concept so that way we all can start healing our family. You can heal your family. I'm going to say it again. You can heal your family. Shout out to my homie over at Divine Libations. If you drink wine and looking for local homemade wine, hit up the homie over at Divine Libations. But you can heal your family. Miss Dragonfly, I know you know, you've been following me for a while. We can actually change the way our family views food and views medicine and views health, right? I want you all to move, but I want you not to move because Moorish Chef said so. I don't want you to try to be healthy because the doctor said if you come back in here, you may have a heart attack. I don't want you to be healthy because your boyfriend said if you don't lose 20 pounds, he's going to leave you. Fuck that ninja, right? I want you to be healthy because that feels good to you. I want you to work on changing the way you eat and the way you honor your body and to honor our food because that makes you feel good about your revolutionary act. If you got to create a couple affirmations saying, I'm going to love my cells today. I'm going to pour into my cells today. I'm only going to eat food that properly finances my cellular bank account today. I want you to move in celebration, not move in obligation. I want you to move in celebration knowing that the better you is coming. A higher you, a higher vibrational you is coming. They say the goal is to move from lower self to higher self, right? How can we move from lower self to higher self if we're not actually eating the foods, changing the mindset, and surrounding ourselves around the people who's going to take us in that direction? So to all my friends on YouTube, please, please share some of the recipes that you all see on my page. They're cellular intentional and they're meant to heal. To anybody on my Instagram who hasn't been on my YouTube, I got full cooking demonstration videos on my YouTube. My YouTube is The Moorish Chef. The Moorish Chef is my YouTube where I show step by step how to prepare cellular intentional meals to get you moving in the right direction of loving your cells, honoring your food, and loving your generation, loving your family on a generational scale. Right? So look, my mama, speaking of generational scale, right? My mama loves her fried chicken. How many people on here are vegan? Do we have any vegans in here? We about to wrap this up and then I'm gonna answer some of y'all questions. If you just joined in, please go get my Cellular Health 101 ebook. It's only $10 right now. $10 is my Cellular Health 101 ebook, and you could change your family's life. $10. $10. You could change your family's life by going to get my ebook right now. Right? I'm a humble man. The book is only $10. I'm not trying to get rich off you all. I'm trying to get you to invest in your family so that way we can start ushering a change to get us out of the hospital, right? So look, if you don't like reading, I got the audiobook version. If you don't like reading, I got the audiobook version. If you're a truck driver and can't read because you're working 20 hours a day, I got the audiobook version, right? But either way, I want to help us with the mindset. So on Mondays, my mom talks about generational healing, generational food. She said, baby, you changing the way that our family looks at food, but I ain't getting rid of my damn fried chicken. That's what my mama told me, right? So what did I have to do? I had to create a way for her to eat what she likes, just in a better manner. So this Monday, this Monday, I forget what next Monday is. Let's see here, calendar. Monday the 15th, April 15th, we're going live and we're cooking something fried. I'm going to show y'all how to make fried chicken, fried pork chops, fried fish. This Monday, I'm actually making my mama's pork chop. I'm going to show you all how to make fried foods this Monday, 4/15 on my social media. If you're not on my email list, please go to my website. Whether you want my Seamoss, whether you want my candles, whether you want my, and I make all natural coconut soy aromatherapy candles. It's all on my website. If you sign up for my email list, you will get the recipes beforehand so you'll know what we're cooking on Monday and you could cook with us. So on Mondays, we're doing cooking classes where I'm showing you how to make cellular intentional meals. Sisters, if you're trying to cook for your man so you could win him over and just need to know how to cook healthier meals, I got you. Brothers, if you don't know how to cook at all and you want to win your spouse over by showing her, baby, I want to show you I love you so you don't got to keep going to that favorite chef you got at the corner store, I got you. I want to show you all how to pour love into your family. So this week, we're making my mama's pork chop. Y'all know I ain't making no pork chop. So how the hell am I going to make a healthy version of a pork chop? Tune in next Monday. Get on my email list, right? I got about 10 more minutes. Do you all got any questions? Anybody who just joined in got any questions for me? Does anybody who just joined in got any questions for me? Chefs are about to be the new healers of the community. I'm going to say that again. Chefs are about to be the new healers of the community. Somebody said, I was so confused about the pork chops. I'm not making no pork chops. But, and for you, it's only about 20 people on this live, so I'll tell you all briefly. I'm going to take some tuna steaks because tuna steaks kind of resemble the texture of a pork chop. So I'm going to take the tuna steaks, I'm going to slice it thin, and I'm going to fry it in a way that's intentional in some oils that most people have never used before. I'm going to fry the pork chop, which is a tuna steak, in some oils that most people never fried before, right? I'm going to show you how to make fried foods for your family that could be more cellular intentional. And not saying you want to always fry foods, but we ain't going to get away from certain things, especially not us cultural folk, not the folk from the South. So I got to show you how to make foods better. So Monday, we got cooking class. Join my email list. If you are not available for cooking class, the videos will be on my YouTube channel, The Moorish Chef. Do you all have any questions for me? Somebody said avocado oil. I do use a good avocado oil, but I'm not actually using avocado this time. I'm going to show you something else. Somebody said, all right, so I'm dealing with gastritis. What do you recommend? Does anybody on here know what gastritis is? I'm going to answer a couple questions before I get off because I always want to help you all. You all are my family. You all are my friends. Yes, I'm getting up here coaching and I'm getting up here talking, but if I can't leave you all with something tangible, I just entertained you all, and that's not what I'm here for. I want to help you all. So gastritis. We know anything ending in itis, whether it's bronchitis, whether it's gastritis, whether it's arthritis. Anything ending in itis is inflammation of that area, right? So bronchitis is inflammation of the bronchioles, right? Gastritis is inflammation of the gastric tube or somewhere in the stomach area. So this person is asking, yo, I got some stress going on in my stomach or digestive system, dealing with maybe acid reflux, maybe the bruised lining of the stomach from some of the foods they done ate, and now it's inflamed. Now it's causing certain pains. They may think it's kidney pain because of where it's coming from, right? So gastritis, how do we fix an organ that's inflamed? If you all follow me, what am I going to say? If we trying to fix the inflamed organ, what is the first thing we got to do? Come on, y'all. I'm about to get off live, but I want y'all to bat this home. Cellular Health is easy. If you don't understand Cellular Health, my ebook is $10 right now. It's 65 pages. It's the intro to everything I teach to keeping our families out of the hospital. So somebody asked a question about gastritis, itis being inflammation, and we're talking about the digestive system. So we're talking about an inflamed organ. How do we fix that? Everybody up here following me should understand cellular health. Slippery elm bark. All right, so look, somebody said slippery elm bark. How do we fix the inflamed organ? And slippery elm bark is talking about specifics, but I want to get people to understand the general concept, because the concept of cellular health applies to every cell in your body. The concept of cellular health applies to every cell in your body. If we got inflamed bronchioles, bronchitis, how do we fix it? Come on, guys. We got about 20 people in here. And if you all don't understand the concept of cellular health, DM me the word cell so I can send you some information. If you on this live and don't understand what the hell am I talking about, what is cellular health, send me the word cell in my DM and I'll send you some information, because that's what we have to start. I don't want to do what the hospital does. If you go to the hospital for a heart attack, for heart issues, if you go to the hospital for inflammation of your dietary tract or your digestive tract, they're going to give you antacids. They're going to give you pills to help with your digestive system. They're going to help you pills with speed up your heartbeat or speed up the motility of your stomach, right? But is any of this helping our people? How do we fix inflamed organs? Nobody got the answer? Ms. Nia say fast, abstain from eating sugars because it increases the mucus. Okay, that's one of the principles, right? But how do we actually heal our organs? This should be ABC 1, 2, 3. If you don't understand how to heal an organ, you are a part of the problem in your family. And I'm saying that respectfully, because I'm giving you the book for $10 to teach you how to heal organ systems, right? You start to heal organ systems by repairing the cellular structure. The heart is made up of cells. The brain is made up of cells. The digestive system is made up of cells, right? So if we could start understanding how to detox the cells, how to cleanse the cells, like Miss Nia said, Mr. John said, by putting certain herbs into your system. Now we're rejumping or jump starting our cellular DNA, our molecular structure. Everything that's coded in those cells, we can't fix the organ without properly structuring the cells, right? That's why they say get off the genetically modified foods, get off all the highly processed foods, because we want to focus on rebuilding our cell structure. That's why I teach cellular health, right? When you get on cellular health and understand cellular structure, and now following what I teach, you can start to rebuild your cells. Now you got healthy tissues. Once you got healthy tissues, you're not worried about fixing organs, because the organs are going to run properly because the tissues have the right resources to do what they need to do because you properly funded your cellular bank account. Y'all see how that works, right? I know it's not simple as ABC 1, 2, 3. That's why I'm going to start going live every Thursday teaching cellular health. Get on my email list, because every Monday we cooking. Please get your book. And if you have any questions, I do one-on-one consultations, right? So to everybody just joining, we're about to get off live. This is Thursday Talks with Moorish Chef, and the topic was honoring thy body. Today's topic was honoring thy body or honoring thy food. I'm sorry. We got to honor thy food. Today's topic was honor thy food, because I see a lot of people eating and they don't understand what the food is that they're actually consuming. Why do we consume foods? Some people will put sugar in their body before their car. Why would you put sugar in your body before your car when you know the sugar causes cancer? You know the sugar causes inflammation. You know the sugar causes spikes in your blood sugar. But you will put sugar in your body before your car, and you know it messes up your car, but you honor that car more than you do your body. I love you. I love you. I just need you to start loving yourselves more. I need you to honor the food that goes into your body. I need you to know eating the right foods is a revolutionary act. It's a form of self-love that all of us can start a new journey of loving ourselves today. So if you learned something from this live today, please drop a one in the comment. I just want to see if anybody learned something from this live today. And if you haven't learned one thing, know I love you. Anybody on this journey with me, anybody on my page, anybody who's trying to teach their family how to do better. Some of us got children that's doing stuff we can't believe. Some of us got elders who are mentally not all the way there, right? Imagine if we could get our children to listen a little better, to not have attention deficit disorders. Imagine if we could get our elders not to have the inflammation. Imagine if we could actually change the way we showed up just by praying over our food, respecting what we put in our bodies, and preparing things with a little more love. That's my goal. So if y'all don't have any more questions, I don't see any questions in the chat box. Monday, we're making mama's pork chops. Next month is May. We're going over the nervous system. All month, next month, we're going over the nervous system, mental health, brain health. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. A lot of people dealing with mental health issues. All month of May, I'm going over mental health. So please tap into my page. If you're on this live, go share my page. Go comment. Even if you don't like one of the recipes because you vegan and I cook with meat, tell me I need to cook vegan more. I don't care. I just want to see y'all responses on my page. And as always, my website is the resource for all things. I'm about to put my website here before I go. But do y'all have any questions for me? Y'all got any questions for me? No questions? No questions? Let's see here. Do y'all got any questions for me? Any questions? Any questions? Folks on YouTube, and look, I want to do something. A lot of people getting off, but I want to do something for y'all, right? I want to do something for y'all. I know I'm not supposed to do this. Let's see here. I'm still suffering from acne. All right, watch this. Miss Real K Boo, do you have my Cellular Health 101 book? The Real K Boo, do you have my Cellular Health 101 ebook, the intro to everything I teach? She says, I'm still suffering from acne. This is my new guidebook right here. This is the guidebook to understanding how to change your body, right? Tonight we went over Honor Thy Food. The Real K Boo, do you have my book? You said, I'm still suffering from acne and I want to help you. How many of y'all got men who read to y'all? Y'all got men who read to y'all? Y'all got brothers who read to y'all? Brothers, do y'all queens read to y'all while y'all chilling at night? Is it okay before we get off live if I read y'all a couple pages out of my book? Is it okay if I read y'all a couple pages? Hopefully everybody's got their own copy. All right, look, the Real K-Boo. I'm going to send you my ebook to help you, right? Because obviously, I think this is your first time on my live. And I want you to leave with something of value. So I'm going to send you my ebook for free just to help you get started. This is the actual physical book. It's going to be a hard copy book and it's over 200 pages, right? This is the guidebook to everything I teach. Tonight's topic was honor thy food. And if y'all are okay with it, whether it's my YouTube family or my Instagram family, I want to read y'all a couple pages out of my book before we go tonight. I know the wind is howling. It's cold outside. Somebody may be chilling and want somebody to read to them tonight. Somebody said, where's my book? The physical books have not sent out yet. This is actually the proof. We got a couple proofs in to make the edits. We had to make a couple more edits, and the physical hard copy books will go out. This is not a hard copy. This is just a proof. So we got the hard copies coming. Please do not be worried. I got you. This book is the guidebook for my family. This book is the guidebook for my friends. This book is the guidebook for our future. I put my heart and love into this. So everybody on here who's pre-ordered, I'm gonna make sure you get your book, right? Can y'all hear me? Y'all can hear me good? Because I'm about to read to y'all. YouTube, y'all can hear me? I'm about to read to y'all. I'm reading a section out of my newest book, Cellular Health 101. The section is titled, Honor Thy Food. And this is going to back in or hone in on the concept of what we taught tonight, right? Honor thy food. Foods aren't meant to vaguely keep us full. They are supposed to honor your internal paradise and fund your cellular bank account. Now, are the products you're eating bringing you from lower self or closer in line and in tune with higher self? Your more conscious and aware self. Do you take the time to pray and pour intentions into each and every item you put into your body to activate its properties? Does what you consume help to nourish and fuel your cellular bank account and ensure you and your loved ones are ready to show up daily as the best version of their selves? Imagine this superhero feeling, which you would achieve from thinking something of its magnitude into will. Our brains are mostly made up of fats, lipids, proteins, amino acids, micronutrients, and glucose. The goal is to change our community's mindset to intentionally eat and be funded off nutritionally beneficial cellular meals. Once again, let's do an audit. Think about what you, your family, and your community eats. Are they eating natural, alkaline, and electrifying foods? Foods to feel whole and to be mentally healthy? If you are not eating nutrition conducive to what the brain cells need, you are lowering your own mental vigor in a sense. It's said when someone knows better, you're expected to do better, right? Well, as leaders of our community, we have to speak up. We have to help usher in the change. As you learn, you can't keep turning a blind eye. Our community's mental well-being is at stake. For as long as I have worked within our communities, I've realized most of us eat because we're stressed, we're depressed, or we're anxious. We eat because it tastes good. We eat because something catches our attention, because it looks good or it smells good. We eat because we're at social events which cater food and we're eating to fit in or be social. We're never taught eating to empower ourselves on a cellular level is actually the purpose for eating at all. The few who do eat for cellular health purposes normally started because they had a dis-ease or a life-threatening health event. Not through learning young, having rites of passage, and growing with tools to carry one through life to cellular richness. Now, my goal is to embody our community to unlearn the old mindset and methodology of eating death and destruction and focus more on eating for life. I want each and every one of us to make the mindset change today. Turn the cellular switch on. Tell yourself you're going to start your cellular health journey so you can help heal yourself and those around you. Make the change so you can teach your children and have them look at what they consume as finance and medicine, not exclusively something to just abuse. I want our children to grow knowing what natural substance does, how real nutrition heals and applies our daily applies to our daily growth and development in stages as cellular beings. I want them to know what organs need what nutriment to thrive daily, what minerals and vitamins the body needs daily, and what foods supply them. Every person also needs to understand the deficiencies which can come from lack of certain minerals to stay ahead of the symptoms of cellular bankruptcy. Think about if you change your approach to eating. You began to eat every meal with your cells and your various organ systems in mind. Slowly but surely, you begin to see that your skin starts to clear. Your urine goes from brownish yellow to clear. Your stomach isn't as bloated and dealing with gastritis daily. And you're not waking up with heartburn or itchy parasites at night. The changes you've made in the kitchen trickle down to the obvious changes within your body. And it's not singularly weight loss either. Then one at a time, you spread the knowledge of how to finance and heal your body's organs to everyone around you. It's not too late because every day you have billions of cells that replace themselves daily. Now today, can we start to honor our food? So that's just honor thy food, right? That's one section out of this whole manual of over 250 pages. If you don't have your copy and want to start changing your family, go get your copy today. We've been on here for about an hour. I'm about to go get off. I'm about to get off so I can get on, not get on, but go love on my wife. So I'm about to go love on my wife. I'm about to help my son with his project. And hopefully I'll see you all on Monday for Monday's cooking class. In between then, if you need me, you want to chop it up, please get on my calendar for question answers or for one-on-one sessions. Tonight was Honor Their Food with Moorish Chef. Once again, please, if you didn't take anything else from this live, know I love you and we on this journey together. Peace and love, family. Hold on. Somebody asked a question. Let's see. My bad. If they got off, they got off. But I want to see, is Surf Your Life still on? She said, do you think foods affect autism and what can I do for menopause? Somebody says, do I think foods contribute to autism and what foods can I do for menopause, right? So menopause is a part of the reproductive system. A lot of people don't know their body is made up of 10 different systems. Some people say 12 different systems. The real K-Boo, make sure you send me a message. So your body has about 10 to 12 different systems that make up the body, right? Menopause is something that happens when we get older, and they say our women, certain organs aren't working effectively and efficiently, right? But that goes back to our heart. When you get 60 years old, they say heart conditions start to happen. They say your skin start to sag. Certain things they say are programmed or we're predisposed to happen once we get older, right? So with menopause, you're gonna have certain symptoms. They say a lot of mood swings, hot flashes, a lot of mental ups and downs, not believing that your body is worth certain things or you as a human, a woman is worth certain things. So there's a lot of foods conducive to brain health and to heart health, right? And to women's health, estrogen, foods with estrogen, soy. A lot of men say stay away from soy, but a lot of women later in life may need the soy. So it's diets that you can put into place, and not diets, but lifestyle foods to help build your cellular foundation. And that's on the later end of life. But she also asked about the autism spectrum, which normally happens on an earlier end of life, right? So certain foods, yes, can cause you to have oxidized cells, can cause you to have parasites in your brain, can cause your bloodstream to be riddled with metals, right? So yes, ADHD, autism, bipolar disorder, all of these are um, um, not necessarily triggered, but can be fueled by the wrong diet. So if you have somebody who's dealing with a little bit of mental delay or a little bit of mental fogginess, right? Or a child who didn't get everything they needed prenatally, right? So you're dealing with a child whose bank account isn't all the way funded. And now we're giving them vaccinations. We're giving them dead and destructive foods. We're giving them bioengineered foods. Now we done threw off that child's natural equilibrium or homeostasis. So yes, God didn't intend us to eat all these unnatural foods. So now we have a regulatory system that's unregulated. In older stages, that's cancer. In a lot of younger stages, that could be pronounced or produced or shown the symptoms as bipolar disorder, autism. Um, you got a lot of inflammatory diseases that happen, autoimmune disorders that happen. That was my book I was reading from. Yes. If you just joined, I just read a section out of Cellular Health 101. It's over 200 pages. Please go to the link in my bio to pre-order. But yes, if you change the cellular concept of why you consume foods, you will start to properly build your cellular bank account so where your body doesn't deal with what they tell us is normal. Most of the things they tell us is normal is not normal. It's that fact that they have made a system on making our bodies break down to where they could get money off of it. That's my soapbox. Cellular Health 101 is what I preach. Cellular Health 101 is what I teach. Please send me a message. I love you all, family. Have a good night. What's up, YouTube? Thank you for joining me tonight. I'm going to get more proficient at going live on YouTube. Please, if you're on here, send me a message, send me a comment. Tonight's topic was honor thy food, and I'm going to post more videos, cooking videos, for my YouTube family to follow and have demonstrations to actually go through step by step. So I love you for joining in. If you felt neglected tonight, send me a message and say, talk more to us, and I'll make sure I do better next time. I love you all. I appreciate you all as well. Peace and love.